Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today, I want to talk about one of the biggest environmental challenges of our time, deforestation. Forests are not just collections of trees. They are complex ecosystems that life on Earth depends on. From producing oxygen to regulating the climate and preserving biodiversity, forests play a crucial role that cannot be ignored. That's why they're often called the lungs of our planet. But what's worrying is that we are losing these lungs at an alarming rate. Every year, millions of hectares of forests are destroyed, and this trend has irreversible consequences for the planet and even for ourselves. In this video, I want to scientifically and in detail explain why deforestation happens, what impacts it has, and what we can do to stop it. So, stay with me as we explore this issue more deeply. What is deforestation and why should we be concerned? Deforestation refers to the reduction or destruction of forest areas by human activity. This process is usually carried out for economic, agricultural, or industrial reasons, but the cost to the environment and our future is much higher than it seems. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, in 2020, since 1990, about 420 million hectares of forest have been lost worldwide. That's an area larger than the entire country of India. Every year, approximately 10 million hectares of forest are destroyed, which is equivalent to losing 27 football fields every minute. These statistics show that we are facing a real crisis. Main causes of deforestation. Let's take a closer look at why this is happening. Agricultural development. This is the biggest driver of deforestation. About 80% of global deforestation occurs due to converting forests into agricultural land. For example, in Brazil, the Amazon rainforest is being cleared for soybean farming, mainly for animal feed, and cattle ranching. In Indonesia, tropical forests are being destroyed for palm oil production, a product found in everything from chocolate to shampoo. Logging. Millions of cubic meters of timber are harvested each year for furniture, paper, and fuel. Unfortunately, much of this logging is illegal. According to the United Nations Environment Program, about 30% of the global timber trade is illegal, which accelerates forest destruction. Infrastructure development, building roads, dams, mines, and urban areas also plays a significant role. For instance, the Trans-Amazonian Highway in Brazil, built in the 1970s, made remote forest areas accessible, leading to a sharp increase in deforestation rates in that region. Intentional fires in many areas, such as the Amazon, farmers or companies set forests on fire to clear land for agriculture. This not only destroys trees, but also produces thick smoke that endangers the health of millions of people. In 2019, smoke from Amazon fires even reached major cities like Sao Paulo, darkening the sky. Consequences of deforestation. Now that we understand the causes, let's see what this is doing to our planet and ourselves. Climate change. Forests act like giant sponges that absorb carbon dioxide. A mature tree can absorb about 22 kilograms of CO2 per year. When forests are cut down, not only is this absorption capacity lost, but the carbon stored in the trees is released as greenhouse gases. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, deforestation is responsible for 10 to 15% of global greenhouse gas emissions, equivalent to all the cars and trucks on Earth. Loss of biodiversity. Forests are home to over 80% of terrestrial species. Destroying forests means destroying their habitats. For example, the Sumatran orangutan in Indonesia is critically endangered due to forest loss for palm oil plantations. In the Amazon, species like the jaguar and blue macaw are losing their homes. Disruption of the water cycle. Forests absorb water and release it back into the atmosphere through evaporation, which helps with rainfall. Without forests, many regions face droughts or severe floods. For instance, the reduction of the Amazon rainforest has led to decreased rainfall in parts of South America, causing serious problems for farmers. Social impacts. Millions of people, especially indigenous communities, depend on forests. In the Amazon, tribes like the Yanomami have lost their food sources and are facing diseases like malaria brought by mining activities. Another example is in the Congo, where people who relied on hunting and gathering medicinal plants are now forced to migrate to cities and live in poverty. Real life story, life in the shadow of deforestation. Let me share a real story. In Borneo, Indonesia, there is a local community called the Dayak. For generations, they have relied on the forest for hunting, traditional farming, and gathering medicinal plants. But in recent decades, large companies have cleared most of the surrounding forests for palm oil plantations. Now, their rivers are polluted, the animals they hunted have disappeared, and their children grow up on dry, barren land instead of playing in the forest. This story shows that deforestation is not just an environmental issue, it's a human tragedy. Efforts to combat deforestation. The good news is that the world is not standing idle. Here are some key actions being taken. Protective laws. Countries like Brazil have laws such as the Forest Code, which requires landowners to preserve at least 80% of the Amazon forest on their property, though enforcement is not always complete. Reforestation projects. Initiatives like the Bond Challenge aim to restore 350 million hectares of forest by 2030. The Trillion Tree Campaign is a global movement to plant 1 trillion trees, helping to reverse past damage. Technology and monitoring. The use of satellite imagery and artificial intelligence to monitor illegal deforestation has shown success in countries like Peru and Kenya. Sustainable agriculture. Methods like agroforestry, which combines trees with crops, help the environment and reduce the need for new land. Share this video with your friends and talk about the importance of forests. The earth is our home, and we are responsible for protecting it. Together, we can stop this crisis and leave a greener world for future generations. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please like, share, and leave your comments. Together, we can make a difference.